For a second day in a row, the Sydney area served up the Daiwa BREAM Australian Open some wicked weather, and the arena was cut down to Pittwater because of the big swells and strong winds. Adam Bertrand in the background here caught a 6.5 kilo limit, more about that later on. But with day 3 cancelled due to a Sydney gale warning, Jamie McEwen takes out the 2022 Daiwa BREAM Australian Open. Here's some of his fish. Jamie planned to spend a little bit of his time on the Pittwater flats, but ended up spending the whole session there. Jamie caught nearly all of his kicker fish on the Daiwa Bait Junkie soft plastic in a glittery motor oil colour, as he describes it. Some of the samples he got earlier in the tour. Jamie said that he had to re-rig from his upriver gear where he'd planned to go to some light leaders since he was going to fish Pittwater. And the move, it paid off. His bag today, just 1 gram heavier than his day 1 bag in the harbour. And just because you've netted thousands of bream doesn't mean the next one's going to come off right. And then check out the size of this kicker fish. Well done, Jamie McEwen, the Queenslander becoming one of the few 2-time Australian Open champions. The thing is, Jamie McEwen's remarkable consistency wasn't even the talk of the day. This man, Adam Bertrand, put 6.5 kilos on the scales. Exactly, it was 6.56 kilos. His biggest fish, 1.8 kilos. His smallest, 1.15. He was the talk of the day, came from 20th place and ended up in 2nd. And a big thanks to all of our observers who captured this footage and most of the footage in this highlights package tonight. And check it out, even the selfie game is strong with Adam B today. In Pittwater, Liam Carruthers did something a little bit different. He didn't go to the car park and still managed a 4 kilo bag, throwing his favourite cranker crabs on boats. And wait till the end of his package, you can see a kingfish trying to eat a bream.
Oh, he's not done. There he is.
Hey, number 5.
Yeah.
Now it's time to get some big ones.
Great time.
Oh, there is a kingy. Oh,
Oh!
get that on camera.
It's on camera.
Look at that.
Oh.
It was a kingy. Leave him alone, mate. Pretty healthy fishery.
Yeah.
Good fish too. Now he didn't get me on the anchor, right?
That's an...
Daiwa's Tom Slater took advantage of the early morning rough water crankbait bite to get a limit together, but upgraded nearly all of his fish at the car park later on. I don't think I've seen an angler more excited than Cohen Morante. He put together a near 5 kilo bag on the Pittwater flats. We couldn't shut him up at the end of the day. It was all about his atomic blade and catching these big ones.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Yes. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, smashed it. Oh my God. It's the hardest fighting bream I've ever caught. Another giant. Hopefully this will upgrade that 320 I've got in there. Fucking everything. Oh, some days. Some days. Look at that. On to another big one. I'm sure it's a bream. It's doing the exact same thing as what the other big girl's done. Oh, head shaking. Oh, oh, gone.
And check out the previous Australian Open champion, Michael Kola getting stuck into these fish in Pittwater.
Not that big, but
And here's Mick putting the fish into the ABT Tournament Series app. This is how we generate the live scoreboards.
I thought I was onto the brim of a lifetime.
And go on and tell me that this isn't a bit of quality, fast-thinking angling.
No! No! No!
And Mark Thompson successfully completed his first Australian Open and ended up with a top 10. Peter Phelps successfully completed his second BREAM Australian Open and came away with another 10 out of 10.
So Peter's just got his second fish on board, 24.
I usually love fishing Pittwater but struggled, and this day didn't even bag 3 kilos. 17th for the comp.
Well, that's a good looking flat that with nothing on it. Apart from that, oh, that's actually a really good one. I haven't been complaining hard enough. Number 2 for today, another 30 centimetre fish, I reckon. So I'm not catching heaps of fish today, but that's number 2. Fish on. Fish on. Good fish on. He smoked that thing. Smoked it. Smoked it like a cigar. Here, old mate. Come here. Gotcha. Number 3. Smoked it like a cigar.
And remember, for all of the Daiwa Australian BREAM Open coverage, scoreboards, links to photo galleries, www.abt.org.au.